Good Monday morning, everybody. Well, it's actually noon. 12:04 Ontario time. So it could be morning still in Alberta. So, how was everybody's weekend? It was fairly unproductive here. I already told you I chopped 2 plants down. 2 more will be cut tomorrow. They will sow. Maybe today. I don't know. I don't feel like doing anything. I really don't. That's the pot dryer you're hearing in the background noise. I think I'm going to eat gummies. Yeah, I think I am. So I'll put this out, then I'll reach down and grab my gummies. How many do I want to eat today? I guess for right now it's going to be 2. 1 and 2. Strawberry flavor. Sour strawberry flavor. Recycle. I think I need more than just 2. I have another pack. They're not strawberry. That I know. The strawberries are red. The package was red and white and black. And next patch, I want to say, is slightly orange. Orange is the symbol or the color of MS. Why? Because MS pretty much dictates a fall hazard and an instability hazard. Which was 110% me in 2006 and 2007. The stability picked up after my treatment, which started in 2017 and completed 2018. When I got poisoned. Because my treatment originally was a chemo treatment. So I was getting chemo and steroids. In 2017, I had 5 days of it. In 2018, I had 3 days of it. In 2018, near the end of 2018, actually, no, I'm going to back that up. The start of 2019, I recognized, and so did Sandy, that my talking was much better. I still have little gaps, and those little gaps still remain what word do I want to use, and do I recognize how to say said word? And those that were around me big time in 2016 and 2017, that gap was very large, especially after I was struck in 2016. The gap was extremely large because I was very confused on what I was hearing and how those words played into the context of a discussion. And then it was, how am I going to respond to this? What words do I want to use? Do I know how to say those words properly? And there are still a number of words that I struggle with. Even though they're typical daily usage words, I still struggle with some words. So here I am in 2017 when I was hospitalized. I received 2 bands. One was my hospital band with my name and blah blah blah. And the second band I received was an orange band. So I asked the nurse, why do I have an orange band? And the nurse said, because you are a fall hazard. And anybody who works in the hospital or is typically around the hospital will understand to not be right up beside you, but to keep an eye, because you are a fall hazard. And I kind of giggled at that. I said, well, what makes me a fall hazard? And the nurse said, well, how often do you feel like you're falling? All the time. Well, that's the reason that makes you a fall hazard. Because you feel like you're falling, even though you may not be, you may want to overreact to that feeling, which will then in turn cause you to fall. Well, okay. I guess it kind of makes sense. So, and then as I became more involved and knowledgeable about MS, that's when I started recognizing the color. The color of MS is orange. So, yeah, there you go. Some actually non-educational education moment. My PSA for the week is that, well, okay, bear with me for just a second. Okay, maybe 2. I'm going to get the other gummies, because before the gummies start to take effect on me, I want to make all movements that is required, because once the gummies start affecting me, hello, once the gummies start affecting me, I won't feel like moving, and moving becomes quite challenging. See the color? Sour peach. That's what I'm going to open up. Sour peach. Quite fitting. It is the peach time of year. Recycle, reuse, reduce. Good shot, Barb. Okay. And now we will. There we go. There we go. I have a cold sore right there. No. Yeah, right there. And it busted open when I ate my breakfast. So I'm going to take 2 of the peaches. I had 2 of the strawberries. And just to give you some insight, there is, or I should say 15, one dose is 15 milligrams each dose. So I'm taking 30. Really, I took 60 because the strawberries are the same dosage. Oh, that was rude. There's the sourness. And I still have a bit of coffee left, so here we go. I'm looking at my wife on my phone. My phone is charging, so a screensaver comes on. It's my pictures. I don't know what the hell that. Oh, I remember what that's a picture of now. A chipmunk chewing on a corn cob, eating corn cob, remnants of a corn cob. Mm, 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 mm. So, wow, 11 and a quarter minutes. Okie dokie. Let's get back to it. So, Saturday would have been a very good day for me to blow the leaves and then vacuum them off the lawn. But did I feel like doing it? Nope, I did not. I want to say I didn't have energy to do anything on Saturday. So what did I do instead? I ate a cupcake, my last cupcake, and I ate a bunch of gummies. So then I was like, whatever. Yesterday it rained all day. I met a puppy though. I did meet a puppy. A puppy with a heart on its butt. Yep. Such a soft little Rottweiler he was too. That's a very soft little Rottweiler. Yep, yep. That was the highlight of yesterday. Had a visit. And today, there's no highlights for today. Maybe my wife will go pick up my pneumonia shot. Or the stuff that will become my pneumonia shot. And I gotta get a flu shot too. I know. I always said I'm never going to get a flu shot. But because I'm such a high risk, I'm getting a flu shot. I actually caved in last winter or fall, whenever it was I got the shots. I caved to the flu shot and the shingles shot. And this year, being COVID is around, it was extremely recommended that I get a pneumonia shot too. Yeah. There we go. Get the computer screen in my glasses. So that's going to happen October the 29th. I think I mentioned in a prior video that I was, for a number of months now, very concerned that my MS was coming back. And that thought is always in the back of my mind. Because, A, there is lots of data that shows that the treatment that I received is very good at stopping MS progression. Okay? It doesn't heal the damage done. It just stops the MS from progressing. But the type of MS that I have is so rare and aggressive for someone of my age bracket. It's more prominent in young adults in their late teens, early 20s, early to mid 20s. And that type of MS struck me at 52. No. 4 years. I'm 58 now, so 54. It struck me at 54. Which therefore threw me in the category of investigative study. And my wife is going to get my son, my stepson, from high school. So my concern is that if my MS is so aggressive that it will break through the stopper. The attack I had in 2017 left me challenged mobility-wise. My arms and hands didn't really want to work. It was a challenge for me to eat because I had to recognize my immobility and then adjust to compensate for it. And some things I just couldn't, like walking. No. That scared the hell out of me. So by the time I was released from the hospital, I had minimal mobility but required the aid of a cane. Not a big deal. I've had to use canes over and over and over throughout my life. So it wasn't that I required a wheelchair. I did the first two days that I was in the hospital. I required the aid of a wheelchair. And then on the Sunday, I went through a physiotherapy kind of test, and I could manage to function with the cane. So the end result of that test was that I was not totally immobile. However, I would, from this moment forward, require the aid of a cane at minimum. So, blah, blah, blah. That was the 2017 attack. And for the poisoning treatment, I had to show that I was able to walk without the cane, or even the assistance of leaning on something. I had to be able to freely walk the distance of a football field, whatever the fuck that is. So anyhow, I did manage to do that. And then goes the poisoning treatment. And like I said, 2019, my hands and legs and talking began to show real progress. So, yeah. But to get back to it, for, I want to say, since August, if not July, I began to have sensations that triggered me to an MS attack. So, the long and the short of that, since 2016, I have required to have a blood test every month. Okay? Every month. So, part of my brain, which is very damaged from MS, was thinking, if there's any concern, it should show up in something. So, boom, boom, I just followed along with it. Now we're getting into the fall, and I really became concerned because the clincher for me was the feeling of my body. In 2017, my body felt like if somebody touched me, it was like pushing that radius covered in nails into my skin. It freaking hurt everywhere on my body. Sandy couldn't touch me. My head, my arms, my legs, my back, my front, couldn't touch me anywhere. It freaking hurt like hell. And then, of course, the loss of balance and the falling. Those two things, wow. And then, so, bring it back to the point. In September, my body began to feel that way again. So now I'm extremely concerned. Wildly concerned. So I knew I had a voice conference appointment with my neurologist coming up in September. So I was held on. I held on. For the way my body felt, the smoking the marijuana helped to manage that. As long as I wasn't being touched, the marijuana very much helped to manage that pain. Damn. I keep forgetting what I'm looking at is opposite to where I want to be. So this is my left side. This is my right side. Squirrel. Ha. Anyway, voice conference appointment happened, and I said to him, neurologist dude, I said, I'm very concerned that my MS is maybe coming back. He said, well, what makes you say that? So I explained to him again the sensation in my body, mirroring the exact sensations I felt in 2017. So he said, well, your last MRI showed me exactly what I want to see, and what I want to see is that the progression has ceased to occur. So I said, well, okay. And I said, please understand, the only reason I'm questioning is, yes, the sensation my body has been feeling, but also there is no hard, stead facts to show how long the treatment will last in somebody of my category. So he said, fair enough. So I am going to be scheduled for an MRI on my spine. Just to know the different locations MS can appear. The spine is one location. So, yeah, there you have it. Damn, that took 26 minutes. I'm not a fast talker. So, that's pretty much what's going on. He threw into my head as an option to consider that what I was feeling was caused by stress. So I couldn't confirm or deny his thoughts on that. Yes, I have been trying to deal with some stress of the past, of my past, mine and someone else's past. And that has developed into a marital stress. So, anyway, I wanted to be able to begin to chip away at what was stressing me. So, I was relying on my best friend, aka my Sandy. Which was leading to the marital stress. So, the long and the short of that is I have managed to be able to talk to somebody that was and still is involved in my world, who has a very good understanding of who I am, of what my thought processes are, on my way of dealing with things. So I've begun to lean on her, which has taken away the stress from Sandy, which has very much calmed my right here world. And so there we have it. The sensations that were driving me to think MS was coming back was driven by stress, which I'm not going to discount, because in 2016, before I was approved for long term, it was pretty stressful. It was really stressful because I had zero income from August August 8th to the end of November, the 1st of December. It was really stressful. And my MS was totally out of control. Totally out of control. Because of the stress. The stress was driving the MS. So all my doctors were livid with the insurance company. But the reality is that's the process of long-term acceptance or denial. And the reality is, if it's a fake, somebody can't hold out that long. Very rare that somebody can hold out that long. But when it's not an option, and God bless, I had wonderful people around me. Wonderful people around me. Although it did minimize the stress in the overall outcome, it didn't minimize the stress that was happening at the time. Once I was approved, everybody got everything. Coming back to them. Because although it was a long stretch, it means it was payback. So it was a good chunk of change coming my way. And here we are 4 years later, not a blip on the radar. So I'm quite comfortable where things stand and where I stand. It's 4 years in. Typically 2 times a year, I have to have the neurologist fill out insurance paperwork. Funny thing since COVID, I haven't heard from them. I'm sure that too will change someday, but whatever. So here we are, 32 minutes in. Nope. Oh, there we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 33 minutes in. I'm going to say peace and love, folks. Have a good day.